is built for the car. And what we have to do is move towards public transport to be a lot safer.
Well, but that's still transport, though, isn't it? It's still public transport. It just means somebody's getting paid. One person's getting paid instead of like lots of people that are getting paid, but it's still people are still getting paid, aren't they?
Your properly trained drivers, they got a much lower speed.
Well, the problem with buses, there's no seatbelts on any of them. I mean, so really, what you need to come pay for is seatbelts onto public transport. Because obviously, personally, I wouldn't want to use public transport if there was no protection there for me. Because if there's a crash, I don't want to go flying through a bus window. Definitely don't want to go flying through a train window. And yet there's still no seatbelts on them. So it's got to be more than one thing. You can't say, well, I would prefer public transport, but then public transport. I mean, if all the people that use cars use public transport, there'd be a lot more accidents on public transport, and then you'd be saying, well, hang on, we think there should be restraints on that.
One bus would take 40 cars off the road.
Yeah, but if it had a crash, it'd kill 40 people,
well,
as opposed to one person.
It's much less likely. They've got a much lower speed, as I say, properly trained drivers as well. Not drinking, not taking drugs.
You can't totally say every other driver on the road's drinking and just taking drugs. It's a bit much, isn't it?
And the portion of public sector vehicles that involved in crashes is very, very low. I know. I used to be one myself.
Of course it's low, because there's not many of them. But if you took all the cars off the road, there'd be hundreds of buses, so there'd be a lot more. Well, there'd be a higher prevalence of accidents.
There'd be buses, there'd be buses, trains, and trams,
and there'd be all
of which we use a lot more.
Yeah, but there'd be more.
The trains and trams would be a lot safer.
Well, they wouldn't necessarily be safe. Why would they be safer? Why? Why would they be safer? Do you not think?
Well, the number of accidents on trains and trams and buses is very low.
At the moment, because there's not many trains and trams and buses compared with cars. If you took all the cars off the road, there'd be a lot more trains and trams and buses that would be used, so the accident rates would go up. That's obvious, isn't it? Obvious.
Well, not if they're properly trained.
I think the key word is accident. Accident. An accident isn't caused by somebody that can't drive. An accident is something that was unavoidable. It's an accident. So accidents happen, irrelevant of how you can be the best driver in the world. Somebody else could drive into you. A cyclist could drive into you.
But buses don't speed like cars do.
Of course they do. Buses don't go at 20 miles an hour when it goes through a 20 zone, they go at 30. So of course they do. Of course they speed. All vehicles speed.
Cars with drunken drivers go much faster.
Cars with drunken drivers might do, but how many drunken drivers are there? How many drunken drivers are there? And if you've gone out on a Saturday night and you're a bus driver on a Sunday morning, I can bet you're going to work.
No, it doesn't happen.
Well, it does.
I used to be a bus driver. I know about.
Yeah, but you're not young.
I know.
Yeah, but you're not young. If you were like a 21-year-old bus driver and you went out on a Friday night and you were working on Saturday morning, you can guarantee you go out to work.
And if you're caught, you get the sack, so they don't do it.
Yeah, but if you don't get caught, they get away with it until they have an accident.
You're divorced from the real world.
That's not real, is it? In the real world, you can't say that we want public transport when public transport is obviously just as dangerous, isn't it? If not more so. That's my.
So you're happy for the deaths to carry on the roads?
Well, no.
How would you stop it?
How would I stop the deaths on the roads? I would probably say, let's cut all the
So
traffic.
anybody who has one of these around their neck, please find a space to lie down in the road. Anybody who has a stick of chalk, please get ready to draw their outline on the next cycle. Not this one, the next one.
That's a bit like
And then we will have a few moments
really.
of silence
I mean,
to
draw a
remember
chalk
these
line round
victims of
something.
road violence before we leave the road and the demonstration will be finished.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Pedestrianised everywhere. Pedestrianised the towns, that will get rid of all the traffic.
That would help, yes, I agree.
So that's it, easy as.
That would help.
That makes cycling everywhere. Cycling doesn't kill things.
Well, yeah, well, like in...
Forget buses, forget public transport.
I agree with you on that one.
So, let's make everything pedestrianised.
But you also need mass transport as
Well,
well.
no, not only to get to and from the town, so mass transport will come into the periphery.
And it's a big place.
Well, they can cycle around.
Look, I can't talk to you. You keep interrupting. I'm sorry.
You don't like the truth.
It's not.
You don't like the truth.
No. It's not a dialogue. It's not a dialogue at all. You want a monologue to talk over me. me.
Well, you don't like the
Sorry?
truth. You don't like
no,
the
no.
truth. I've said to
You wouldn't let me get a word in edgeways.
I am.
So nothing at all.
All you want to say is get
no.
public transport, but that's
Well,
wrong. It's your opinion.
I made my case.
You made your case. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But we're both entitled to our opinions. Just because you don't talk as loud as what I do doesn't mean that. Just because I'm more passionate than what you are doesn't mean I'm wrong, does it? No. See you later.
No, that's called democracy.
Exactly. That's what we were doing until you tried to shoot me down. Until you tried to shoot me down and said that my voice wasn't as good as yours. That's called democracy. That's called communism.
Oh my god. Why they lay down?
Indeed. And get that right before you start trying to take over with it. Indeed. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, it's, I mean, I've been locked up like 3 times. Yeah. Mostly just from home to work and back. That's all that's mostly what I do. And I'm on the weekends try and be fit. But yeah.
But sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Is that 3 claims you've got in there?
Sorry?
Is that 3 claims you've got in?
3?
Have you had 3 claims from the 3 people that are not Occupy? And if not, why not? I mean, there's something on me off my bike. I'd be getting the number plate and I'd be
So for one driver, it ended up. I spent a day in hospital. I was off work for 4 weeks. It ended up costing them about £10,000.
Right.
The other one was a hit and run.
Right, so you were gone.
Completely gone. So now my bike is equipped with cameras front and rear.
Well, fair enough. I mean, that's what you need, isn't it?
And everything. And the third one, in the snow, somebody suddenly tried to do a U-turn as I was driving past.
Right.
I went, bike hit them. I went flying over the bonnet. I was uninjured. The bike was fine.
Right.
They had more damage on their car.
Still a claim, though, isn't it? Where was the claim? You know, I mean,
Yes,
because I mean, at the end of the day, if
Yeah.
you'd have claimed,
Yeah.
he might not have done a U-turn again.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, it wasn't like he was doing. I mean, I say he, it might have been a woman. I don't
Yeah, it
know.
was a woman.
Well,
It was
there
a
you go.
woman.
So it wasn't like she was doing something legal. You know, I mean, so
Yeah,
technically, she should have been punished for it because if she hadn't have done it, you wouldn't have been injured. Now, all right, you weren't injured,
No,
but what if it
yeah,
was somebody
yeah.
that was injured?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, like, and she's just drove away thinking, oh, I got away with that one.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to, well, actually.
Oh.
You know, I've been told not to do a U-turn, and I won't be doing any more U-turns. You know,
She had a
but-
broken mirror and a big dent in her front wing.
You're a big guy, aren't you? You go flying over somebody's car. You're gonna cause a bit of damage, aren't you? Fair enough. Well,
I was a bit bouncier then.
even worse. Anyway, well, I hope the cars stay away from you.
Oh well, I should.
know.
Do you know what?
We get a big flag or something. I don't know. 10 grand, you should be able to buy a car. Yeah, probably. Yeah. And electric ones are quite expensive now, aren't they? Electric bikes, right? You know,
I
big
was
money.
watching a YouTube article about why, for £8,000 you can get a really good motor bicycle, or you can get a carbon fibre bicycle. Why the difference in a bike has got 10 times more components? Why does it cost? Why is the motorbike so cheap and the road bike so expensive?
And you can get subsidies, can't you, for the bike? You get the government cycles to work scheme, you pay 25%, you pay through your tax. You end up like paying £6 grand for an £8 grand bike because you save on your tax and that. don't
You
so.
can. Those got police there.
yeah.
They're fantastic.
I think they're following me, to be fair.
Are they following you?
You're not following me, are you? No, you see, it's not a beacon, is it? It's not like we'll follow that beacon. Hey, good do. They are following me. They were up there before. And now they're down here. Strange, every time I turn around, they're there. But they're not
That's
following
strange.
me.
Yeah.
Very strange. I should ask for a baccy to the next place we go to.
What are you off to next?
I don't know, wherever you go, I'll go there. We'll go
Guys,
together.
thank you
we'll
all
go together.
so much for coming today.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this?
Together we will make a difference in this
Because
city.
I've Joe only just come to
And
the job.
I mean,
so
they're
it's only
they're
by
basically
you guys
like,
being
you know,
here
if you
that
just
we will
if
be
you just
able
let
to
me go
achieve
down there
that.
and have a look and I'll
Yeah,
assess
yeah,
it.
yeah, have an
genuinely
assess. I mean,
thank
it's
you from the
pretty
bottom of my heart
iffy, aren't
for being
you?
here
Looks like
today.
lots of people have
It's
died
been
and that.
great.
You know, like
And,
CSI have
we're
been.
finishing now, but obviously we can hang around and chit chat and whatnot for a little bit. But the action itself is now finished. So thank you for making it happen and pulling it off exactly the way that we did it.
Let's give you a big cheer.
Wow. I'll be honest, I'm surprised they've all got their heads on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like really. I mean, like, road traffic accidents, and some of them lose their heads, don't they? So you think a couple of them might be headless. Well, you would, wouldn't you, to be fair? You know, like, or maybe an arm or a leg somewhere. Everything looks like it's attached still. Well, it's not a very good road traffic accident if everything's still attached.
But it's not meant to be.
You know what I mean?
It's not meant to be the picture of a road traffic accident.
Oh, right, I thought that's what it were.
No, it's about the amount of people that have been killed. So it's about bodies.
It's not good, is it? I shouldn't
No.
laugh about it, but,
No.
you know. Perhaps if they made everything pedestrianised. I mean, you know,
Well, look, that's exactly what we're protesting
you
for.
can't get into Birmingham without paying. You can't without paying the congestion charge.
Should we?
Should be at least parking, you know.
We should have free public transport, then you don't need the cars.
You're forcing people onto the roads, and then you're forcing them to pay,
Yeah.
and then you're forcing them to pay car parking fees. You're forcing them to pay to go on the road. But where's my clean air? Where's that money going?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There
Yeah.
must be a million cars passing through here
Yeah.
every day.
You should have been joining this.
Well, you got to pick your battles. You got to pick your battles, haven't you? And unfortunately, like, you know, can't really, you know.
The children.
It is important, you're right, but it's not something you can really change. Unless
I'm hoping we can.
unless they pedestrian places, there's too much money.
The city, haven't they?
Pedestrian, so that's what they need to do. If they pedestrian, so when they look up, then they'll have to maybe have some big decent car parks on the exits.
Transport.
Decent
And then
public
we do it.
Well, I think public transport might be just as bad. I mean, obviously, if you get more people using it, you've got more public transport, so then there's be more prevalence of
Yeah,
accidents
but
with
that means
those.
less cars, doesn't it?
Yeah, less cars, less
Get on a
cars.
bus.
But as I said
Means
to,
less
I said to
cars.
another guy, like that bus has an accident, you've basically injured 70 people,
Yeah,
as
but
opposed to a car that will
they
one
also
person.
drive a lot slower than a lot of
But I
cars.
said an accident is somebody driving into you. It's not, you know, accidents aren't. Because he said, oh, well, they're all better drivers. Well, accidents don't affect better drivers because it's an accident. It's on a purpose. You don't go, that's purposely.
Yeah.
So,
No,
you know what I mean?
but we can fix it.
We can.
Have a good day.
You too.
It's like I said, any questions you need to ask or find out, any information, just speak to our press department.
They don't want to speak to me though, that's
Okay.
the problem.
So, what do we feel about this
So
graffiti
then
on road? Is that like a criminal offence or is that allowed?
Cheers, I appreciate
All right, mate.
your time.
Okay,
Cheers.
thanks, no problem.
Is it allowed, the graffiti on road?
Did you tell you we was filming you?
The graffiti, is that allowed? Is it because it washes off, it's not classed as graffiti, like? It's not a permanent thing? It's
The
still
sun
short.
comes out to be much warmer.
Sun comes out, it'll be much
Yeah, well,
warmer.
that's cold as well.
It's funny that,
Can I get your collar numbers?
Of course you can.
Just because when I ask them,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say 30370,
Yeah.
does he feel safe on his push bike?
That's what you're asking.
And they might say to me, well, why didn't you just ask him that?
That's if they say that, then what they do is they email me, then I'll answer them.
30280, do you feel safe on your push bike?
Oh, sorry,
You've just got to be careful.
I
You've
apologise.
got to be aware of your surroundings.
You have indeed. Thank you ever so much. Thank you for your time.
Sorry, officers, I didn't realise you were only community support workers. I thought you were police officers. Silly me. Apologise. Apologies. I'll go and find some real police.